this was utterly embarrassing. Donald Trump was trembling in the presence of China's President Xi Jinping after Donald Trump was acting like he was going to be a tough guy. He stood there as he met on the sidelines of this meeting in South Korea, waiting for Xi Jinping to arrive. Then Xi Jinping arrived. It looked like the first time that they even ever talked in a long time. Xi Jinping looked at Donald Trump with disgust. Donald Trump looked physically nervous. I'm going to show you the video. And Donald Trump's like, this guy likes me. We like each other. We're going to have some great conversations, right? Like, he really likes me. This was absolutely humiliating. And then Xi Jinping's looking okay, who are you? This was, as an American, this was an utterly humiliating. I have secondhand embarrassment watching this. Here, just play their first kind of interaction where they see each other on the sidelines of this conference in South Korea. Here, playing this clip.
Mr. President, the President of the People's Republic of China.
Good to meet you. Great pleasure to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Yes. Me too.
And we're going to have a very successful meeting, I have no doubt. But he's a very tough negotiator. That's not good. We know each other well.
Mr. President, do you plan to sign a trade deal today?
Could be. I think we'll have a great understanding. We have a great relationship. We've always had a great relationship.
Okay. Will you discuss Taiwan here?
Which way? Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, so then they go into another meeting room, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, that Trump just abruptly, after getting nervous, sends away the media. He says, all right, get out of here, and doesn't answer questions. But Xi Jinping starts off by basically fact-checking Donald Trump to his face, because Trump tries to take credit for making a peace deal between Thailand and Cambodia. And Xi Jinping is like, you didn't really do anything there. And you've seen that China was instrumental in this, and we need to realize that there are a lot of contributions that countries can make. And he put Donald Trump in his place, and you'll see Donald Trump hunched over. Here, just watch this.
During your visit to Malaysia, you witnessed the signing of the Joint Declaration on Peace along the Cambodia-Thailand border, to which you had provided input. China has been helping in our own way Cambodia and Thailand properly settle their border disputes. And we have also been promoting peace talks to resolve other hotspot issues. The world today is confronted with many tough problems. China and US can jointly shoulder our responsibility as major countries and work together to accomplish more great and concrete things for the good of our two countries and the whole world. I look forward to exchanging views with you on questions important for our two countries and the world. Thank you.
And then Donald Trump just starts spewing a bunch of word salad or word vomit in the case of Donald Trump, where he's like, I think we have a fantastic relationship. I think we're going to do a deal. We're doing a deal, right? We're doing deals, huh? Here, play this clip right here.
Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor to be with a friend of mine, really for a long time now, if you think about it. The very, very distinguished and respected President of China. And we will be having some discussions. I think we've already agreed to a lot of things, and we'll agree to some more right now. But President Xi is a great leader of a great country, and I think we're going to have a fantastic relationship for a long period of time. And it's an honor to have you with us. Thank you very much.
Very different from how Donald Trump acts like a tough guy when he's in the White House, when he was actually in front of Xi Jinping. But let me just show you this clip right here where Donald Trump is asked about why he posted before the meeting that the United States was going to resume nuclear testing. And you'll see Trump abruptly shuts down the meeting. Where are you, tough guy? You don't want to answer this in front of Xi Jinping and the press? Where are you, cowboy? Huh? Here, play this clip right here.
It's great to have you all. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, why did you change your nuclear plans? Why are you going to be doing more nuclear testing?
Thank you very much, everybody.
All right. And as I was mentioning, very different than how Donald Trump acts when he's in the White House and he holds those deranged press conferences here where I always say it's weakness masquerading as strength, and it's fraud as well. I mean, he's just a con artist. He's a weak, pathetic individual when it comes down to it. And did you see that? What I just showed you with Xi Jinping? Anyway, here was Donald Trump at the White House. He's like, when I see him, I'm going to tell Xi Jinping, you're going to buy our soybeans. You understand? Okay, Donald, here, play this clip right here.
Korea, China, and I will have a really fair and really great trade deal together. I want them to buy soybeans. They stopped buying our soybeans because they thought that was punishment. And it is punishment to our farmers, but we're not going to allow that to happen because I made a great trade deal with China, a $50 billion trade deal, and they were great about it. They were doing everything that they were supposed to do. And then when Biden came in, you know, I used to call President Xi all the time to say, thank you, or you're not buying enough. In other words, they were supposed to buy. Biden, do you think Biden ever called him? I don't think Biden ever called him. You think Biden lied awake at night thinking about trade with China?
And then a few weeks back, too, when a reporter said, all right, you're meeting with Xi in a few weeks. What are you going to do? Are you in a trade war? Trump's like, we're in a trade war now. We'll hear play this clip.
Mr. President, you're meeting with President Xi in a few weeks.
Yeah.
If you can't come to an agreement or a deal at that meeting, are we in for a sustained trade war with China?
Well, you're in one now. Look, we have 100% tariff. If we didn't have tariffs, we would be exposed as being a nothing. We would have no defense. You know, they've used tariffs on us, but we've never had anybody sitting in that chair that felt the need to do it. And
so an hour or so before that meeting with Xi Jinping, Donald Trump posted the following. The United States has more nuclear weapons than any other country. This was accomplished, including a complete update and renovation of existing weapons during my first term in office. Because of the tremendous destructive power, I hated to do it, but had no choice. Russia is second and China is a distant third, but will be even with 5 years. Because of other countries' testing programs, I have instructed the Department of War to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis. That process will begin immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. All right. From nuclear war from Donald Trump, everybody, right before his meeting with Xi Jinping, when you saw how he looked so cowardly, so weak in front of Xi Jinping. As this one commentator, John Ridge, writes, a resumption of nuclear testing would be an absolutely cataclysmic self-own. It would enable China to immediately resume testing as well and begin closing the technological gap in nuclear weapons. Russia is also much better postured to resume testing than we are. And I'll show you this as well because I think this data point is worth pointing out. China's rare earth exports to the United States have collapsed. So we've talked about China shutting down its export markets to American soybean farmers. But let's take a look at rare earths. So just 5,552 metric tons so far this year, down 26% from last year under former President Biden's 7,446. That's the lowest in 5 years. Beijing is using rare earths as leverage, and they know exactly what they're doing. China controls 92% of the global refining and 98% of the magnet production. Analysts say it would take the West 10 years to even challenge that dominance. And it goes on to talk about how, the United States has no clue what it's even doing under Donald Trump. At least under former President Biden, there was a plan to deal with this. Just look at the graphs right here. China's rare earth exports to U.S. are down 26% year over year. Now, Trump showing weakness throughout Asia as well. Remember those images, the video of Prime Minister Takaishi, the new Prime Minister of Japan, having to kind of walk Donald Trump through the room, and Trump was like zigzagging and meandering? well, in front of the public, Donald Trump tried to act all strong, even though he was doing that. But now we're learning that Japan's Prime Minister Takaishi pushed back against the United States' request to ban Russia's energy imports. Japan's new Prime Minister, Sani Takaishi, according to Reuters, says that Takaishi told Donald Trump during their meeting in Tokyo that banning Russian liquefied natural gas imports would be difficult. Two Japanese government officials told Reuters on Wednesday. The official asked not to be identified because the information is not public. The issue of Russia's LNG came up during the leaders' bilateral meeting on Tuesday, and Takaishi sought Trump's understanding over Japan's energy needs and just rejected what Donald Trump was requesting. Then we also learned earlier, Putin defied Trump with a second nuclear weapon test in days. Russia has successfully tested a nuclear-capable, nuclear-powered underwater drone, Vladimir Putin said Wednesday, defying U.S. President Donald Trump's warnings with Moscow's second test of a nuclear weapon system in just a few days. And then, they're kind of punking Donald Trump, like when Trump was in South Korea. Here you have South Korea's president giving Donald Trump like a fake golden crown, and just, it's like trolling him and he doesn't even realize what's going on. Here, play this clip.
We present this gold crown to you on this joyous occasion of your state visit to Gyeongju because it symbolizes the spirit of Shilla, which brought peace to the Korean peninsula for the first time, and the opening of the golden age of the Korea-U.S. alliance.
And here was Trump being guided through a room by the Japanese prime minister. We don't need to play the full thing. Just play a short clip of this. Well, there you have it, folks. Just showing you the clips of what's going down. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.